We're
Water.
back with Elite Ball Knowledge, baby! Uh, and this week, I am very ecstatic to talk about this team because I got the 1999 Kings. I get to talk about my boys. And this guy doesn't. So, I'm going to talk about. so,
Got
I,
a fucking repeat 4 weeks in.
I got the 1999 Kings, as I already said. Solid year for them, actually. They were the fourth seed this year. They had a record of 27 and 23. They had a shortened season due to a lockout, which is the third in NBA history, and it was because NBA owners were seeking changes to the salary cap system and ceiling, trying to get it raised. It actually ended up they shortened the preseason to 2 games. Games were canceled in October, November, and December, including the Christmas games and the All-Star games. Like all of that was canceled. So
Sucks to be them.
yeah, that's just kind of what was happening that season. So to get into the team themselves, their coach was Rick Adelman. It was his first season coaching the Sacramento Kings, and under him, they were the most success. They went on the most successful run in the franchise's history. Uh, he never had a losing record when he was coaching the Kings, and he coached them to the Western Conference Finals in 2002, where they would lose to the Lakers with Kobe and Shaq, like against Kobe and Shaq.
I didn't know that they ever made it that far in recent history. I know back in the day with Oscar Robinson, I'm sure it was different, but
That was back when they weren't even the Kings. That was like the Kansas City Royals or something like that.
well, technically still the Sacramento Kings.
Yes,
They're
still
just different,
I think
same
this
thing,
was
different name.
their 14th season as the Kings.
Okay.
Yeah, 14th season in Sacramento.
Okay.
Bit of team info before I get into their starting five. They had, like I said, 14th season in Sacramento. They drafted Jason Williams with the 7th pick and Jerome James with the 36th pick. They also got Chris Webber from the Wizards this offseason. They signed Vlade Divac, Vernon Maxwell, John Barry, and Scott Pollard. This is also Peja Stojakovic's first season after being drafted in 1996 while playing in Greece. And this year they actually made the playoffs, but lost in the first round to the Utah Jazz. I think this was they lost a nasty man in John Stockton. Their starting five was Jason Williams, Tariq Abdul-Wahad, Corliss Williamson, Chris Webber, and Vlade Divac. There are a couple of their key guys. Jason Williams averaged 13 points, 3 rebounds, six assists, and 2 steals per game, and made all rookie second team. And then Chris Webber averaged 20 points, 13 boards, 2 blocks, 1.5 steals, 7th in MVP voting, and second team All NBA. So this is when Chris Webber really started to pick up.
Mhm.
So, on to the key role players, the fun part of my segment. We're
Okay.
going to start with my boy Chris Webber because I love me some Chris Webber. He is insane. He is my favorite King of all time. Maybe close second to Boogie. But
Mhm.
Chris Webber just embodies what it means to be a king. Now, do I know what it means to be a king? Absolutely not, but he is it. Now, Lee, I'm going to test your ball knowledge. What year was Chris Webber drafted?
1992.
Close, 1993. And he
Damn it.
won. Yeah, you were one off. He won the Rookie of the Year in 1994, and he won 5 All-Stars in his career. He won them. He won his first one in 97 and then had 4 straight from 2000 to 2003. He also made 5 straight All-NBA teams from 1999 to 2003. He played 7 years with the Kings. In his best season, he averaged 27 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 stocks. You want to guess where he was in MVP voting that year?
Fourth.
Dead on. You were right.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
baby.
With the Kings, he averaged 23 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 stocks until in 2005 he was traded away to the 76ers. Played there for about 3 years, left for the Pistons for 1 year, and then retired with Golden State. in 2008, which I didn't know. They were the ones that drafted him, and they let him go after his rookie year to go play for the Wizards.
Interesting. Didn't
I
know that.
know. And over his career, he averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2.8 stocks.
Hmm.
All right, and now into our less known players. We'll start off with a guy I mentioned a little bit earlier, Vernon Maxwell. Drafted by the Spurs and traded to the Rockets halfway through the season. Solid role player for them, averaging 15 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 assists. He played 6 years with Houston before becoming a journeyman. And over 7 years, he played with, oh, how many teams is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lee, if you can guess at least 5 of these teams, you will get a crisp smooch on the lips.
One more time. I was searching something out about one of my players to make sure I had the facts right. Say that one more
Okay.
time.
Over 7 years, he played with 7 different teams. If you can get 5 of them right, you get a nice smooch on the lips. The lisp lips.
Um, Brooklyn Nets. But at the time probably would have been the New Jersey Nets.
Nope.
The Cleveland Cavaliers.
Nope. You have one more strike.
Fuck. The Los Angeles Lakers.
Wrong again.
Well, fuck my butt.
The
So
7 teams he played for across 7 years: the 76ers, Spurs, Hornets, Kings, Supersonics, and the Mavericks.
why didn't I say the Kings? I'm such a fucking donut. It's crazy.
He also played for you guys. I guess it wasn't you guys yet. He played for the old
The New
Charlotte Hornets,
Orleans
the
Hornets.
New Orleans Hornets.
Yeah.
And for his career, he averaged 13 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Now, another guy that was on their starting 5, Corliss Williamson, drafted by the Kings in 1995, and he played for the Kings for 5 years. His best being in 1998, where he averaged 18 points, 6 boards, and 3 assists. He left in 2000 for the Raptors, who traded him to the Pistons. With the Pistons, can you guess what team he was playing for with that Pistons? Like
Wait,
that Pistons squad. It's an iconic Pistons squad.
is it like Isaiah Thomas, Ben Wallace,
A little bit of them.
uh,
Isaiah Thomas was the
little
90 was like 80s 90s.
was this the same Pistons team that the one guy got into a fight against the Indiana Pacers?
This is the Malice in the Palace Pistons.
Ron Artest?
Ron Artest, Ben
Yeah, there we go.
Rasheed Wallace, Chauncey Billups. That
I was
whole
right about Ben Wallace.
yep. Uh, when he was playing with them, he won Sixth Man of the Year in 2002, averaging 13 points and 4 rebounds, which wasn't even his best numbers with them being the sixth man. He played with them for 4 years before leaving in 2004 to the 76ers, who traded him back to the Kings, where he'd finish his career. And over his entire career, he averaged 11 points, 4 rebounds, and an assist. And that is the 1999 Kings. I wish I had like some confetti poppers that were purple so I could just spray it everywhere and then be a big celebration.
You can just like edit. You can just like edit that in.
Yeah,
You know.
just
Ooh, sparkles!
yeah,
Wow.
but
All right,
that's the
so
1999 Kings. What do you got for us, Lee?
damn. So as I said before, I got a repeat. I have the 2005 Atlanta Hawks, which I think it is some kind of voodoo juju magic that I got the my least favorite team in basketball twice in 4 episodes. But okay, deep breath. The 2005 Atlanta Hawks went 26 and 56, very shitty record, which was a 13 win increase from the previous year after they had went 13 and 69, which was a team worst. So that was the Atlanta Hawks' worst year in their history. The 2005 season, they finished 14th in the Eastern Conference. So even with a 26 win season, they did not have the worst record in the NBA, which I should have looked up who did. But they averaged 97 points per game and allowed 102 points per game with the opponents.
The dead ball era?
Yes.
That's nuts. That's
Their
like
head coach was Mike. What?
that's just insane for the dead ball era.
Yeah. But their head coach was Mike Woodson, and they had a starting lineup of point guard's a little iffy because in some resources it said Ty Lue, the head coach for the, or he might not even be the head coach for them anymore. But Ty Lue, guy got stepped over by Allen Iverson. He also coached the Los Angeles the Los Angeles Clippers. But it also said that Royal Ivy did start most of the games, but he only averaged 3 points. So I threw Ty Lue at the starting spot.
Okay.
Ty Lue averaged 11, 3, 3, and shot 45% from three.
Whew.
Shooting guard Joe Johnson, who averaged 20 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 6.5 assists. Small forward Josh Smith, who averaged 11, 7, and 2.6 blocks per game at small forward. And then power forward Al Harrington, averaging 19 points per game, 7 rebounds. And center, the very famous making everybody injured guy, Zaza Pachulia.
That guy.
He averaged 12 and 8. This was a very young Zaza Pachulia. He is more known for the Zaza rule, where in the All Star game, I had it searched up. What is it? I don't have it searched up, but the Zaza rule. He also is known for sliding his foot under Kawhi Leonard during the 2017 Western Conference Finals, injuring him and leading to a rule change. Um, so that's their starting lineup. Then let's move on to the bench players. Bench player Marvin Williams, who was the number 2 overall pick the year prior.
Oh,
So 13 and 69 record doesn't always get you the number 1 overall pick. They got the number 2 pick in Marvin Williams, who was ended up being all rookie second team. A bit of controversy during the draft because he was drafted over Chris Paul and Deron Williams, who are more than known players in that draft.
right.
So another couple more of their bench players. I don't have their stats, but Josh Childress, Salim Stoudemire, and then I threw Royal Ivy on the bench,
Okay.
even though he started more of the games. But 3 points per game as the most of the game starter is not at all great.
No.
Um, some fun facts were that they acquired Joe Johnson the offseason prior and signed him to a 5-year, $70 million deal. Again, Marvin Williams was the number 2 overall pick
Hmm.
over CP3, which led to some controversy before the season. The CP3 came out of college with full head of steam out of Wake Forest. Um, the 2005 Hawks started the season off 0-9 before winning their first 2 games in a row. So they had a shit start to the season. Um, Another fun fact is that the year prior, Josh Smith, their starting small forward, was the slam dunk champion
Oh,
year
nice.
prior. Fun fact. So even if you're on a shit team, you can make the dunk contest. Uh, the year prior, they also traded for Gary Payton and then released him without him ever playing a game, which also led to some controversy and Atlanta fans not being happy about that. Um, This was a very young lineup. Nobody in the starting lineup was above the age of 25. So, especially that Joe Johnson contract in 2005, getting 5 years for 70 mil was a big deal for a young player like that.
Hmm.
Um, so that's what I have for the Atlanta Hawks. They obviously didn't make the playoffs. There was no records they broke. Yes, they had a shit season the year prior, but nothing really interesting came about that team except for the fact that under Joe Johnson, this was going to be like a start to their core where they would make the playoffs in the 2007-2008 season.
Gotcha.
But in the rest of the league, like I usually do, give you a little bit of what was going on.
Hmm.
That year, the Miami Heat were the champions over the Dallas Mavericks. They won 4-2 with a Finals MVP in Dwayne Wade. The MVP that year was Steve Nash. Defensive Player of the Year Ben Wallace. Rookie of the Year Chris Paul. Uh, Most improved player Boris Diaw, which I have written down because it was interesting because the year prior he was on Atlanta before going to the Phoenix Suns. So going from that 13 to 69 team to a slightly better team will get you the most improved. And then the All NBA team was Steve Nash, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Dirk Nowitzki, and Shaquille O'Neal. And the little fun fact I have here is that Allen Iverson. This kind of goes to show the guard competition here. Oh yes,
In 2005, didn't the Spurs win the championship?
that is not what popped up when I searched it up.
Okay. Just
But
just
if they did, then simple Google mistake. Maybe they gave me the year prior. But a
because I
fun
know
fact about. Oh, sorry.
no. Because I know that D Wade won it in 2006 because he's like one of the youngest to win Finals MVP.
So maybe when I searched it up, it gave me the year
Like the
after, year before.
because it could have given you the 2005 2006 NBA season instead of the 04 05 season.
Ah,
That
gotcha.
it does that with me too when I'm doing my research.
Now I know to be a little bit more careful with it. But fun fact the about the guard competition throughout the NBA, Allen Iverson averaged 33 points per game and only made the All NBA third team.
What?
I know that was
Under who?
it. I have no idea, but 33 points per game only made the All NBA third team, which goes to show the guard competition in the NBA that year.
That's nuts.
But yeah, it's very. I would like to see because I don't know. 33 points per game, only making the third team. He had to have been, I don't even know. 33 points per game in today's game will throw you on the first team immediately. So that's kind of crazy to
Yeah.
me. That's why I have that fun fact down. But that is my 2005, well, not my, but the 2005 Atlanta Hawks. I'd say throw confetti, but I don't want to be associated with this team. So
Good
that
job,
was
Lee.
it for elite ball knowledge. So now we can move on